Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another live stream and your Chelsea news update. Big up to everyone that's locked in already. Make sure you smash the likes. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're a new round here. And the international break, thinking, you know what, bit of a breather from Chelsea, not too much going on. Let's just hope for some good news. No news is good news. And then today, bang, Romeo Lavia injured in training. The news comes out. Obviously, apparently it happened yesterday during a challenge. Supposedly an ankle injury. Chelsea are awaiting results of the scan, but the Belgian journalist that broke the news was saying there's a possibility it could be a muscle tear in the ankle. It's probably not, I mean, knowing our luck with injuries, it's probably not going to be the best news. So having looked forward to a debut for Lavia, probably against Bournemouth after the international break, we are not going to be seeing that. And I don't really know when we're going to be seeing them. We're just waiting for the results of those scans. But yeah, there clearly seems to be some sort of curse over us right now. The injuries we're picking up, the length of time these players are seeming to be out for as well. Cucurella is going to be out for another month still from his knee injury, so not making as quick a progress as we thought he might have been able to make. So, yeah, you know, it is what it is. Injury after injury after injury. And then we've also got the news about Mark Cucurella from the summer and some interesting Manchester City news as well. In regards to that. That City in January this year made a secret proposal for Cucurella, alone with a buy option, but it was rejected by Chelsea. So I think Chilwell was out injured at that time, so it's obviously going to be rejected. But also this summer, Cucurella rejected loan approaches from Sociedad, Leipzig, Atletico Madrid, and Sevilla as well. He wants to stay and fight for his place at Chelsea. So we're going to be diving into all that, people. The main news, though, is going to be talking about the injuries, what's going on, why we think it's happening. So as always, people, make sure you get involved in the chat. And before we dive into it, I'm going to say hello to a few people, and then we will dive into the show. But as I said, people, keep smashing those likes. Really, really important. Yes, Lucky saying everything will be fine with Chelsea. Yeah, I think it will eventually. We're just going through some not so good moments right now. Yeah, and the fact that we kept Ugochukwu as well, that seemingly could be a plus now, for sure. So yeah, there's a reason why we need a slightly larger squad than normal, is because we get so many fucking injuries. So we do actually need these extra players. Again, what I would say on this medical staff thing is that actually medical staff aren't responsible for the players getting injured. Medical staff are absolutely responsible for when it's time for a player to go back, and if players get re-injured, then that's absolutely on the medical staff. But that is, for me, it's more on the conditioning staff, the training staff, as to why injuries are occurring. Reece James coming back after international break. Yeah, he shouldn't be starting against Bournemouth. Just ease him back in. We've got Gusto, who's more than capable, so just ease Reece James back in. Yes, big up to the high press. Yeah, guys, you know what to do, people. You people know what to do. We're going to run these likes up. 44 in the building already. Make sure that you smash the likes, guys. Only on 15 likes. I know we're only 4 minutes in, but that's a poor conversion rate, guys. Let's get this up to 50 ASAP, people. Come on, let's get it done. It's looking like Lavia is injured a long time. Well, again, Chelsea waiting on those scan results, so we're not too sure as of yet. But yeah, it's not looking good. Yes, Shavindra, big up. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, NHSFC. That's what we are right now. How long will Lavia be out? Weeks or months? I don't really know. I think it's going to be towards the longer end of the scale, if I'm being perfectly honest. Lavia will be out if it's partial tear of the ankle. Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, 6 weeks is a month and a half anyway. So bench Lavia. Well, Lavia is injured right now. So no, I didn't watch that yesterday. 1 o'clock in the morning kickoff, not for me, especially international football. I hope not. I don't want to be that negative, but yeah, I think it could be. It could be a little while until we do see him again. That's absolutely clear. Yes, big up, Dexter. Chelsea have injuries for days. Man United have drama for days. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably rather have the injuries and the press that they're getting. Yes, Chelsea dive, big up. Chelsea and Forest were top of the league for injuries last season. Nothing changes this season. Yeah, I don't know what your injuries are like, but yeah, we certainly seem to be just getting a new injury every fucking day at this point. Injury FC. Sell. Right, well, mate, we're not going to sell Lavia having just signed him. Yes, big up, mate. I hope you're good. I bet Cucurella regrets his decision with how poorly he's been treated by the club and the fans here. Yeah, to be fair, we'll get into the Cucurella stuff, but his performance has not been the best. But yeah, he certainly hasn't been treated well by the fans. That's certainly clear. Yeah, Chukwuemeka. Don't rush Badia Shield. No, I agree. Injured by Poch. I mean, I don't know if it's injured by Poch. Sorry, but let's dive into it then, guys. So, obviously, we have the news on Romeo Lavia coming out this morning. It was obviously from the Belgian journalist Sacha Tavliori, or however you pronounce it. That was a terrible pronunciation. So, Romeo Lavia got injured at a training session with Chelsea. Could be a muscle tear in the ankle. Not ideal at all. And then subsequently, it's come out that following on from that, that Chelsea are sweating on scan results here. Chelsea sweating on the results of scans on summer signing Romeo Lavia after he suffered an ankle injury in training. Lavia is having his injury assessed today after he went over on his ankle during a session on Thursday following a challenge. This actually happened yesterday, but the news has obviously come out today. It's not the best news. It's not what we are wanting. Every time, all we've had to look forward to really is seeing new signings in action. I think a lot of us are looking forward to seeing Romeo Lavia in action, and then bang, there we go, injured. Looks like it could be a reasonable amount of time on the sidelines. Obviously we're worried about players going away on international duty, picking up injuries, playing for their countries. But of course, we still have to worry about the players that are back at Cobham doing training. We have to think, fuck, are these guys going to get injured as well? Are they going to get injured driving home? Are they going to get injured walking up the stairs in their houses? Like, what is going on here? And I think this obviously is really disappointing from a Chelsea perspective. It's really disappointing from a Romeo Lavia perspective. And yeah, it's just not good all round. We were looking forward to seeing him play. We do need him. He's a very talented boy. And yeah, we are in problems right now. And there's a reason why we need a squad of a decent size, as I was saying, because we pick up injuries so often. And, the injuries seem to be lengthy spells on the sidelines as well. I just don't understand what's going on here. Now, I mean, I did come across a little bit of a theory on why maybe some players are getting injured. It could be that because we've got, I know all the players that are injured aren't youngsters, but it could be an explanation for the youngsters that their body's obviously not being fully developed yet. And maybe they just can't handle the demands of Pochettino's regime. I mean, look, I don't know if Poch's regime is to blame for the injuries that we're getting. But, there is something to be said that, Harry Kane used to pick up regular ankle injuries under Pochettino. And then since Poch left Spurs, I don't know if Kane's injury record improved or not. I mean, I don't know if they're kind of clutching at straws here, but there's clearly something wrong. I think there's clearly something wrong going on at the club in terms of why these players are getting injured. Is there something wrong with the training pitches? Is it something to do with the fitness work we're doing? Is it the conditioning work we're doing in the gym? Are we doing the wrong stuff? Are we doing too much? Are we rushing? Are we rushing things? Like, there's so many possibilities as to what the issues could be. What issues could be at play here? I don't know. I don't know. There's not really necessarily one answer to this whole situation, but I think what is clear is that something needs to be done about it. Now, obviously, the medical staff have been cleared out. New staff have come in. Some old ones have subsequently come back. But these injuries isn't like a new thing at Chelsea. It's not suddenly the new owners have come in and they've cleared out the medical staff and now suddenly we're getting all these injuries. We've been picking up injuries since when Tuchel was here. We have been picking up injuries for a reasonable amount of time. Like, I think on average since July last year, we've picked up one injury per week. That's kind of mad. That is mad. Like, the amount of it, it's not just the amount of injuries though. It's the length, it's the sort of the severity of the injuries as well. Like, and anyone that gets injured now seems to be out for a minimum 4 weeks and missing multiple games, which is why we need these extra players in the squad. So luckily we've managed to keep some of them, and yeah, it's going to be decent. It is going to be decent. So yeah, look, look. To be honest, I'm feeling about this one because whenever we think we've got something to look forward to, it's just dashed and taken away from us. Arsenal playing better football than Chelsea. Well, they are right now, but again, bring in Lawrence. Well, yeah, I mean, he's not here at the moment. He's probably busy doing something. I don't know what he's doing, but yeah. I look. We're certainly unlucky. I think that's fair. But when it's happening so often, like that stops becoming bad luck, and for me it starts to boil down to something a bit deeper, like what actually is going on at the football club. What is happening? Also, guys, what is happening with these likes, people? 71 in the building, only 27 likes. Come on, guys. It's international break. It's Friday. Let's do me a favor, people. Do me a favor. Get these likes up. We're only on 27. Come on, guys. This needs to be at 50 ASAP in the next sort of 2 or 3 minutes. This should easily be at 50 likes. Come on, people. I know there's lurkers in here that haven't smashed that like button. So make sure you do hit the likes, guys. It is really important. It massively helps out. It spreads the stream far and wide, gets more eyes on the channel. I appreciate each and every single one of you tuning in. If you could just click that like button and smash that subscribe button, 2 tiny favors combined that take less than 10 seconds. It massively helps me out more than you could ever imagine. So let's get these likes up. Come on, guys. No messing about now. Yeah, 1 injury per week from July is crazy. Yeah, look, on this text, look, injuries are part and parcel of football, absolutely, and there is a degree of unluckiness as well in it. But at the same time, as I was saying, when it happens so regularly, it stops becoming bad luck, and it becomes a bigger problem for me. This is more than just bad luck now. We are constantly picking up injuries left, right, and centre. We absolutely are. We changed too much. We 100% changed all at once. I know some people refuse to blame the owners, but this is on them. The injuries aren't on the owners. I definitely disagree with that. Certainly, it's a very, very valid point to say that they've come in and they've probably changed too much too quickly. I don't disagree with that at all. I think they probably did change too much too quickly. Absolutely. But they're not to blame for the injuries we're picking up. They've got nothing to do with the football being played on the pitch per se. So yeah, I don't buy into the fact that this is their fault. Get it to 50 in the next 3 minutes, otherwise it's going to end the stream. All the people that don't like are odd. Why watch if you don't like? No, I'm not going to call them odd, but yeah, no, it's going to be. It would be nice if people could smash the like button. What have we got coming up here? Bournemouth away next week sounds like a good away day for you. Yeah, sunny day at the South Coast. It was a good one last year. Lampard's only win. So yeah, we do need to make sure that we pick a win up. We need to pick a win up there. But yeah, we'll get into that next week. I'm worried about England game tomorrow because of Chilwell. Hopefully he does not get injured as well. Yeah, we've got to be careful there. I want the owners to succeed because it's my club. But at the moment, they've poorly handled this take. I'm in some aspects, yes, but in others, no. I think there's certainly some things they could have done much better. But yeah, I don't think everything has been bad. Definitely not. Yes, Stuart, big up. Just hope it's not as bad as we all need a break. We do. 8-year contracts and they're all getting injured. The injuries go way back. Look, Hudson-Odoi, Loftus-Cheek, James, Chilwell, Fafana, Broja, and now the new boys. We've had more than our fair share. Do you know what the annoying thing as well? All these injury-prone players per se, like Loftus-Cheek picked up a few injuries, like Pulisic and stuff. They've gone to Milan and don't look like they're going to get injured at all. So yeah, it's certainly an interesting one. I'm not really too sure what's going on. Yes, Wes, big up. Hope you're good. 8 years to get fit again. Yeah, maybe it is. Medical team. The only way the medical team's an issue is with is if players are getting re-injured after they've had an injury already, because the care is obviously down to the medical team. But in terms of injuries being picked up, I think that's more down to the strength and conditioning coaches, more down to the training staff, rather than the medical team themselves. Like, are the players conditioned enough to take the load of what's being asked of them? And right now, with the alarming rate that players are breaking down and getting injured, I would suggest that some of these guys aren't cut out for the demands that are being placed on their bodies right now. That for me is the reality of the situation right now. Lavia is nowhere near first team anyway. He was out injured for a fair chunk of last season as well. Yeah, unfortunately, the games have to be played, but yeah, it is very, very boring. I second that. It is very boring. It can't be denied. It's hideous, if we're being totally honest. I don't want to see Gallagher in the team again. I think that's a bit harsh when you started the season very well. I don't think he should be a regular week in, week out starter, but I think he's certainly more than good enough to play an important role within the squad this season. If he's going to be here the year after, who knows? But he's certainly good enough to play an important role this season. There's no two ways about it. So yeah, Chelsea are just waiting on the results of the scan of Romeo Lavia's injury. I don't know how long that's going to be for those to come back, but yeah, it's not ideal at all. Not ideal at all. And it just put into perspective the injuries. I'm not talking about over the last season or so. I'm talking about this season already. So, I mean, some of them were from last season, but look at this here. This is an 11 of players, we're 4 game weeks in, that players that have missed games through injury. And yeah, so Bettinelli in goal, obviously, yeah, third choice, not a problem. But James, Fofana, Chalobah, Badiashile. Obviously, Badiashile got injured last season, but still. Madueke has missed games. Mudrik's missed a couple of games. Lavia and Chukwuemeka, Chukwuemeka's missing games now. Lavia hasn't even played. And Kunku hasn't even played for the club. And Broja is still not fit either. So when you look at that, right, look at that for a team of injuries. I mean, when you see it like that, it really is alarming. When you sort of think about listing a few off the top of your head, you're just like, oh yeah, we've picked up a few. We've been unlucky. I mean, 7 of these guys haven't even played a single minute for the club yet. For the club yet this season. It's Nkunku is. I think Nkunku's a massive miss. I'm not. No, they're not. I mean, look, injury prone is a term that gets, like, you know, certain players were injury prone. You know, the likes of your Jack Wilshers and players like that. But you know, you don't necessarily look at any of these Chelsea lads and think. I think quite a few of these would get. Quite a few of these would get in the starting 11. Reece James, Chukwuemeka, and Nkunku 3, Lavia 4. There's probably about 4 or 5 of those that get in the starting 11. Maybe not all at once, but certainly 4 or 5 of those can stake big claims for being in the starting 11. No 2 ways about it. They absolutely can. So yeah. Yeah, I think on the evidence right now of his career so far, then yeah, you'd have to say James is injury prone at this point in time in his career. He keeps picking up injuries. And, you know, it's always a shame because I love watching Reece James play football and he's such a talent. But every time I'm watching him play, I always feel like I'm just waiting for him to get injured. I'm just waiting. Like, it's not if, it's just when he's going to get injured. And it's such a shame to be watching a player like that and not really be able to enjoy him playing because you're just waiting for him to get injured. It's so annoying. So annoying. I don't know what we can do about this. I really don't. I don't know what the answer is. I don't have the answers to the issues here. Thank God we have depth now in midfield. Yeah, absolutely. Of course, Lavia being out is a massive problem, but he's not even played for us yet. Chukwuemeka's a miss. He'd started the season really well. And having been treated badly by the club last season, it's such a shame that he's not that he's started the season well, got his chance in the side, and now he's not playing because he's injured again. I think Madueke not injured right now, but has missed games this season. Mudrik's missed a couple this season. I mean, it's not a bad 11, that, to be honest. And like, was James brought back too soon? No, because he had the whole of the summer, had the whole pre-season. He was fine. So yeah, it's just one of those, and it's I don't know what the one single answer to this solution is. I'm sure that people have got their ideas in their mind, but ultimately, I think it's a combination of a number of things. I think it's bad luck. It's something, I don't know if the questions need to be asked. They do. With most injuries in the Premier League can't surely be down to bad luck. There's just no way for me. There's just no way it can be down to just purely bad luck. I mean, look, I've got no idea what the training pitches are like at Cobham. The facilities look great. Absolutely, for sure they do. They look brilliant. But is it something to do with the pitch? Is it something to do with the boots? Is it something to do with the boots that they're wearing? I just don't know. I just really don't know. But I don't think it's as simple as that. I'm pretty sure that we are warming up properly. I can't envisage a situation where we're not warming up properly, and that's why we're getting injured. I don't see that. It's time for the owners to look into these injuries and address it ASAP. And Poch and his team need to look into training issues. Yeah, Yeah, bro. There's been some sort of curse. Yeah, the club is draining. It is draining. Every time you think you've got something to look forward to, it's kind of just snatched away from you. It is a real shitter. I can't lie. It is an absolute nightmare, people. It is a shitter. Something's not right. Ben Chilwell plays 60% maybe. Poch injured them. He wants his Gallagher and Chilwell. Obviously, a ridiculous thing to say. Who do you think will get more games this season, Gusto or James? I mean, I'd like it to be James, but I think purely based on the fact that James seemingly can't really stay fit, I actually think Malagusto probably could end up playing more games than Reece James this season. Look, bro, look. I get what you're saying about the medical team, but the medical team is not why the players are getting injured. This is not why the players are getting injured. Like the medical team, absolutely. If players come back from an injury and they have a reoccurrence of that injury fairly shortly after they came back, that's because the medical team have not done their job properly. So for me, the reason why I'm picking up a number of injuries is one that maybe their bodies aren't ready for the load. Maybe they're not fit enough at this current point in time. There's many things, but it's not. I think the training we're doing, are we like being pushed too hard? There's a number of things. It's not down to me, to the medical staff. The medical staff aren't responsible for injuries. It's such a lazy narrative. Yes, they've been changed and stuff, but medical staff aren't why we're picking injuries up. If you want to I don't want to blame people. If you want someone to direct your sort of anger towards, then it's going to be more towards the training staff and the strength and conditioning coaches in the gym and stuff, the guys that are doing the work with the players to prepare their bodies. So, yeah, like it's not on the medical staff, this. Yes, big up, brother. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, I'm well, thanks, mate. I'm well. It's knocked out. Spurs hitting the ground. Spurs hitting the ground running makes it worse. Yeah, it is what it is, guys. Look, what I would say, right, is we're only 4 games in. It feels like we're about 4 months into the season already with all the news that's going on, with everything that's been surrounding Chelsea. Everything's feeling, pretty draining, as it were. But look, injuries, it is what it is. There's nothing we as fans can do about it. Yes, we're absolutely 100% disappointed with what's happened on the pitch. It's so bad, with the injuries we're picking up to key players. Well, it's not just injuries, right? It's the fact that they're to key players as well. Like, I wouldn't be that arsed if, someone a bit shit got injured, but it's the fact that it's key players that are going to play a big part in our team this season. And yeah, we need them. We need them. It's a nightmare, really. It really is a nightmare. I don't really know what the answer is to this. But yeah, you look at that. Now it's just unbelievable. When's it going to end? When's it going to end? Worrying about players on international duty don't get injured. Fuck, players at home still getting injured. I wonder who it's going to be next. Maybe Chilwell's going to get fucking injured tomorrow night. It would be just our luck if that happens. It really would be. So yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. We've certainly got more injuries than wins this season. That much is abundantly clear. But yeah, I mean, guys, we are just waiting for the results of the scans to see how long he's going to be out for, but it's not looking good at this point in time. It's not looking good, people. It's the reality of the situation for us is that Lavia is really going to spend an extended time on the sidelines. What else have we got here? It's just weird how it's always us. I think we have the worst injury record in the league. Injuries are also playing a part with our league table. Again, this is what I mean, right? Look, I know we've not been good enough this season, and we all expect better, but we haven't even been able to see our best team because we're picking up all these injuries. We're not going to be able to put our best team on the pitch until probably January when Nkunku's fit again. So pretty much the whole entire first half of the season, we are unlikely to see to see our best team on the football pitch. That is not ideal, guys. That is really, really far from ideal. And also, talking of far from ideal, guys, we have just crept over the 50 likes mark, but there's 85 in the building, only 51 likes. Come on, people. Let's get this up towards 100. Please smash that like button. If you're watching now and you've got time to type your messages in the chat, but you've not smashed the like button, come on, guys. Hit the likes. We got to get these likes up, people. This needs to be heading towards 100 likes mark. So if you're tuned in now, you've not smashed a like, please hit that like button. It's free. It takes seconds. And it really, really helps me out. So, yeah, please run those likes up. Let's get this towards 100 likes, people. And if you're feeling really kind on this Friday afternoon, please also hit that subscribe button. I would be really, really grateful. On the road to 7K now, edging closer, just under 700 to go now. So every new subscriber helps. So please smash that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. What else have we got going on here? I had a conversation with Liverpool's Ray Houghton, and he had to have a wisdom tooth pulled out because it was affecting his hamstring. Yeah, maybe. To be honest, Poch will get. I mean, I don't want to be talking about the sack right now. Players do look rusty for a few games. I just want the same starting 11 to watch every week, just like Arsenal. But we have so many injuries; it's impossible. It's almost impossible. I want Chelsea to have fully fit team. We never have it. No, we don't. We all know what will happen with Reece, Wesley, and Cucurella. Come back, play well, injured, rinse and repeat. I hope not, mate. I hope not. But that's exactly what the evidence suggests. Only 4 months until you can buy some more players. Right. Well, someone from the medical team is definitely running voodoo on the team. Yeah, it's beyond the joke now. I don't know what's going on. Someone has put some sort of witchcraft on us, or whatever it is. I don't know what it is, but there's some sort of a madness is being cast on us. And yeah, it is not ideal, guys, to put it lightly. But absolutely, as you say, Shano, we should still have, and this is the point, right? Yes, these injuries are bad, and yes, it's affecting us, but we should still, the team that we put out and the squad that we've got is still good enough to be beating the likes of Nottingham Forest at home. It's still good enough to be picking up decent results. It absolutely is. So yeah, look, whilst the injuries are poor and it's not good at all for us, there is still absolutely right that what we've got is still good enough to pick up results, regardless of the fact we've got so many new players to bed in. It is what it is right now. There's not an awful lot we can do about it. We just have to hope that the club can get to the bottom of this, because it's happening far too often. And it's just putting Pochettino on the back foot pretty much every single week. That's the reality of the situation. It's putting Poch on the back foot week in, week out. And there's just not an awful lot we can do. Injuries might fall. Well, yeah, there's also that way of looking at it as well. Might just be if you're fit, you're playing. Exactly. It's still a squad most teams would be envious of. I'm blaming players not taking care of their body these days. How can Lavia be so on? Well, he didn't have a pre-season at all. You think we'd have a squad of over 40? Yeah, it's mad. We will bounce back, I'm sure. We will bounce back, definitely. Poch needs to settle on team selection style, and we need stability. We absolutely need stability. That's something that Chelsea have not had for over a year, or really, really like much at all in the last 20 years. There's been next to no stability, and that is a big problem, a big problem. We all know Gallagher's and technically the best, but he always gives 100%, doesn't complain. Yeah, exactly. No one's saying he should be a regular starter. We need 12 points from Bournemouth, Villa, Fulham, Burnley. I mean, there's no reason why we shouldn't get 12. I mean, we should be winning those games. Because yeah, as you say, after this little run of fixtures, the next ones are really tough, really, really difficult fixtures coming up towards the back end of the year. No two ways about it. Some real tough ones coming up, guys. So we need as many players fit as possible. And I've always said, I don't care how good a player you are, availability is the number one ability. It's no good having all these top players if they cannot stay fit and you can't use them. It's useless. You may as well not have them. If you get what I'm saying. It'll be December time if we have any tempo from match. It's rare for any PL manager to see out these contracts these days. Yet, when Nkunku comes, our season begins. Well, we need it to begin right now, brother. We can't afford to wait until January to start our season. It doesn't really work like that. We can't wait. We certainly can't wait that long. No chance. Most teams will just play a low block against us now. We need to score the first goal early. And this is another thing, This has been a problem for a while now. We particularly at home. I actually think away from home will be all right. I know we lost against West Ham, but I think generally speaking, away from home, I actually think we'll perform much better because teams at home generally will come out and play and have a bit of a go, and then it'll be easier for us to kind of get in behind and exploit. So away from home, I don't have as many worries for us away from home, but at home, Stamford Bridge has been, dire for us. Our form at home has been shocking for a number of years. We just cannot break teams down that put men behind the ball. I don't know what it is. Look, again, fans, myself included, the atmosphere at Stamford Bridge outside of the big games is not great. There's not much of an atmosphere there. I think that's a fair thing to say. If there's anyone in the chat that goes to the games as well, I'm sure they would agree. Or if you disagree, then obviously do let me know. But I mean, yeah, look, it's a problem. Home form is a massive problem. I don't know what we do it. I mean, we're playing 4 at the back at the moment. I know people think we're playing a back 5. We are still playing 3 centre backs, but we're playing a back 4 because Levi Colwill was playing at left back. Look, it's an issue, guys. There's no two ways about it. It is absolutely an issue that we need to resolve. Is how to improve our home form. Like Saturday was the only game where we've actually played shit this season. But we need the points on the board. We need the points on the board. So yeah, I don't know, but the home form has to improve. Look, I mean, breaking down teams has been a big problem. I don't know what we're going to do, but we certainly, in my opinion, we need more attackers on the pitch to have a better chance of breaking down other teams. It's as simple as that. It really is that simple. But yeah, look, injuries, we're still waiting for that news. You just know it's going to be bad news. And talking of slightly bad news, where is it? Again, more injury news on Chukwuemeka, who was initially supposed to be out for 6 weeks from the West Ham game, is now set for another month on the sidelines after damaging his knee. In more positive news, Chalobah and Badiashile are nearing returns, and Amando Broja, is building up his fitness. So Chukwuemeka is still going to be out for another month. It is what it is. Look, not ideal. Chukwuemeka has been doing really well for us. But yeah, guys, I don't know what I can say, people. This is the reality of the situation that we are in right now, is that, players are out for longer than we think they're going to be out for. I mean, look, obviously as a fan, and, you like to have an idea of how long players are out for, but these timeframes are always so rough. Some players recover quicker than others. Some players have setbacks in their recovery. It's always difficult. It's always difficult to tell and put a number on it. But yeah, look, it's certainly a far from ideal situation. I mean, Chukwuemeka is probably going to miss. Well, he's definitely going to miss Bournemouth, Villa, Brighton in the Cup, Fulham, and Burnley away. He's going to miss all those games. So yeah, I mean, this is where we're at. I mean, fearing a long layoff for Lavia as well is not ideal. Is not ideal at all. But it is what it is. What can we do at this point in time, guys, other than just hope that the guys that are fit can do the business on the pitch? It's a tough one. It's a real tough one. But yeah, such is life. Such is life, people. Too many champagne tries at the bridge. The diehards are dying off. I mean, the away support is much better, 100%. I think it's like that for a lot of clubs, though. I think it's like that for a lot of clubs. Away support tends to be a lot better, and home support is not as good. So unlucky, Carney for final two. Scored against Milan, then injured. Yep. How is Nkunku doing on his injury? Don't really know, to be honest. You will miss. No, Chukwuemeka's going to miss more than 2 games, mate, because those games, he's going to be out for another 4 weeks. He's going to miss many, many games. Nkunku back in. I personally, if Nkunku plays this year, brilliant. But I personally don't see him playing this. I don't see him playing this year. And we don't want to rush him back either. We absolutely do not want to rush this guy back. By the way, people, 62 likes, 88 people locked in. Please run the likes up, guys. Let's try and get this as close to 100 likes as we can. Probably going to go for about another 25 minutes or so, round out on the hour mark. So, people, make sure you run those likes up. 92 in the building, 63 likes now. Let's get this as close to 100 likes as we can. There's no reason why they shouldn't be hitting 100 likes. There's more than enough people tuning in. So please, please, please smash that like button. I'm not asking you, I'm demanding, guys. I'm demanding. That's right. You heard, I'm demanding it. Come on, people. Do me a favor. Smash that like button. And if you're feeling extra kind, please, please, please hit that subscribe button as well. Please do that, guys. I'll be very, very grateful. It really means a lot, all of your support. So, yeah, keep supporting, guys. Keep smashing the likes. Keep hitting that subscribe button. It's what we do round here, people. It's what we do round here. Home support so vocal 70s and 80s. Yeah, I imagine so. I mean, that was long before me, but yeah, I can imagine it was. Do you think Nkunku will be back Liverpool away next year? Man, I don't even know when Liverpool away is, to be perfectly honest. I know it's in a midweek, which is an absolute shitter, but yeah, I don't know when it is. Are we still in both cups? Yeah, we are still in both cups. FA Cup's not started, so we can't be out of that. And we beat Wimbledon, so we're in the 3rd round of the Carabao Cup. Got Brighton in a couple of weeks' time. So yeah, all is good, people. All is good. You know, it is what it is right now. You know, that's where we are. At least we're still in both cups for now. No, we're not going to. Broja is certainly not being rushed. He's been out best part of what? Not quite a year, but yeah, not a million miles off. He's been out about 9 months, pretty much 9 months. So yeah, we beat Wimbledon but at the end of the day, the cup's about just getting through to the next round. So it is what it is. But let's move away from these injuries because it's a bit depressing and there's nothing we can do about it. Obviously, when the Romeo Lavia news does come, obviously I'll be, we'll discuss that and talk about it. I'm not expecting it to come today, but yeah, it will. Maybe it comes tomorrow. I'm not sure. So yeah, we'll wait and see on that. But yeah, guys, we're gonna move into the Cucurella stuff. I mean, I am glad that there's a little break, but still the weekends aren't the same. Even if the team's like struggling and it's quite stressful at the moment, the weekends absolutely aren't the same without the football for me. I'd love us to be playing tomorrow or on Sunday or whatever, but it's just so boring. I've got no interest. Ukraine versus England. I mean, seriously, does anyone really care about that game of football? Not really. If we're being totally honest with ourselves, I don't think they do. Too boring. I agree. You'll laugh when I tell you, but we did a double over Chelsea last season. I mean, who do you support? Liverpool? No, Liverpool didn't do a double at all. Mind you, who didn't? Yeah, true. But yeah, guys, let's move into this Cucurella stuff then, because Fabrizio has been reminding. Only got 2 games in January next year. Fulham at home, Liverpool away. Yeah, we do actually. I was going to do a watch along for that game for a bit of a Mudryk watch, but I didn't realize it was a 5 o'clock kickoff, so I won't be able to do that because I'm working until 5. So yeah, there'll be no Mudryk watch on the watch along, which is a little bit of a shame, but it is what it is. Can't be helped. So yeah, this is what we are here. Is that Fabrizio adding on this here with Cucurella? Mark Cucurella deal collapsed. Chelsea and player rejected the break clause. I think fair enough, because why would we obviously loan Cucurella out and then allow Man United to send him back in January? That's the one big thing. That's the one massive thing. Like if you lose a game, you want to have another game sort of 2 or 3 days later to set the record straight and get the loss out of your system. The fact you then got to sit on a loss for 2 weeks is really not ideal at all. You've got to sit on that loss, fester on it. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't get it out of the system until you next step on the pitch. I'll be watching games tomorrow. No Chelsea player gets injured. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. But yeah, obviously United weren't happy with the Carabao Cup presence. Again, we knew there was a little bit of interest in Cucurella with the Atletico Madrid stuff, but obviously we had no idea about Leipzig, Sociedad, and Sevilla. And the interesting one, the big interesting news is that Man City tried in January to get Cucurella. You know, they sent a secret proposal, a loan with a buy option, rejected by Chelsea. They said, "Oh, yeah, this was when Chilwell was injured, so we obviously couldn't sell. We couldn't obviously sanction that move at all." But yeah, I mean, contrary to reports, there clearly was quite a lot of interest in Marc Cucurella this summer. You know, despite what was being reported, it did seem that there was a reasonable level of interest in him. But again, Fabrizio saying he wanted to stay and fight for his place. I've got no problem with that. You know, I don't think Pochettino sees Ian Martin as a left back. I think he sees Chile and he sees Levi Cole as a fucking left back. But I think, you know, generally speaking, I think he's going to be using Chilwell and Cucurella as the left backs, and then Martin's going to be part of that front line. He's going to be part of that front line. So, yeah, you know, I'm surprised because we knew that City were interested in Cucurella the summer before, and then suddenly, you know, 6 months up, 6 months or so after not being able to sign him, or less than that actually, not being able to sign him, they then suddenly put in a bid for him in January, a secret bid, which I'm very surprised about. Very surprised about. You know, no club is going to give up on a £60 million asset after 6 months. It just doesn't happen. It simply does not happen. So, yeah, a strange one, and absolutely a strange one for sure. But yeah, I mean, look, Cucurella obviously played in the what do you call it, in the Carabao Cup game, but he's yet to see any minutes in the Premier League. He will play minutes in the Premier League, I'm pretty sure, but at this point in time, we just don't really know when those minutes are going to be. Man United I mean, look, I'd much rather be in our position than Man United's position. It's been an absolute PR disaster class for them this week. It's been an absolute shambles. But yeah, this Cucurella stuff was interesting. I certainly wasn't expecting City sniffing around Martin. Not seen that. I actually, look, I'll be honest, right? I actually don't think Cucurella is anywhere near as bad as people make out. Yeah, he's not been brilliant for Chelsea, but he's certainly nowhere near as bad as people like to make out. He absolutely isn't. They absolutely isn't. So yeah, it's kind of a mad one, that sort of the stick and the abuse that he gets, because he's not as bad as people make out. You know, the fact that City still tried to get him in January just goes to show that there is a decent player there. It's not quite happened for him at this point in time in his Chelsea career. I think that much is clear. But I do think there's a good player there, and we certainly shouldn't be giving up on a big investment after only one season. If it was down to the fans, we would have. I include myself in this. You know, we would have sold Raheem Sterling this summer. He's probably been one of our best players at the start of this season. So it just goes to show that, you know, players do need time. We do need time. So yeah, you know, it is what it is right now, people. You know, Cucurella with I mean, I'll be honest, Paul, I don't know who Mark Bolan is. Is that some sort of a singer or something? Well, I could be totally wrong there, probably showing my youthful years. I've got no idea who that is. But yes, different times, mate. Make an embarrassing mistake. Yeah, I mean, look, it is what it is. I've got no issue with him staying. Of course, you know, you could say, oh, well, it's blocking minutes for Martin. It's one of the reasons why Lewis Hall left. Maybe, but ultimately, Pochettino's not even used Martin at left back. So, you know, that's kind of where it's at, guys. You know, Martin's not being used as a left back. You need strength and quality and depth. We've got that. So, Yeah, I don't really see uh I don't really see a massive issue uh I don't really see a massive issue, you know. It, players are entitled to stay. You can't. What I would say is right. You can't blame players for wanting to sit and for wanting to see out their contracts and not wanting to leave. They've got a contract. If anything, blame the club for handing out that contract rather than blaming the players for wanting to see it out. It's the clubs are at fault here. If you're offering contracts and then you can't get rid of the players, that's not on the player. That's on the club. It's the club's fault for offering these kind of deals. I and that's kind of the way that's the way that I personally look at it. Yeah, look, I think it depends what fans you speak to. I've not given up on him. I think there's certain fans that definitely have given up on him. But what I don't understand, right, is why is the treatment of players different depending on who it is? Everyone should be held to the same standards, whether they're a Cobham graduate, whether they're an expensive signing, whether they've been here 5 years or 1 year. Everyone should be held to the same standards, and that just isn't the case. Cucurella gets a much harder time than anyone else does. Is absolutely clear in my mind that he does get unfairly targeted. He absolutely does. He needs another year at least. I don't know how much we're going to find out about him this year because I actually don't really know how often he's going to play. How often are we likely to see Cucurella play this season? It's a tough one to know. Is he only gonna play in cup games, or if someone gets injured? That's where that could well be a possibility. We just don't know at this point in time, guys. People, there's still 83 locks in the building, and we haven't hit the 100 likes yet. Come on, guys, 67. We need 33 more likes, guys. You know what to do. It's unacceptable the number of likes we're on right now. So smash that like button. Let's get this to 100 ASAP, people. ASAP. It's Friday night. Love bringing the content as always. Bringing it in the international break. Appreciate each and every single one of you tuning in. Just one favor. Smash that like button and let's get these likes up, people. We need to get it moving. Let's do it, guys. Come on. I know there's a few of you lurking in the chat that haven't smashed it. So please do hit that like button, guys. I would really appreciate it. Let's get these likes up. Simple as that, people. And smash the subscribe button if you haven't. What have we got here? At the moment, we are playing largely with a cover, so this might be the worst we see this season. When you hit the bottom, the only way is up. Yeah, true. Chilwell injury is probably likely. Bro, let's not speak this into existence, but yeah, I do hear you. I do absolutely hear what you're saying on that front. Yeah, the groundsman. Yeah, that was quite a while ago, actually. But yeah, the groundsman was obviously let go. I don't really know for what reasons, but yeah, the groundsman unfortunately was let go. As a chief groundsman, had been here quite a long time as well. So yeah, that's kind of that was an interesting one, to say the least, an interesting one. So yeah, but anyway, that was kind of the Cucurella news. Let's move away from that. Let's have a little discussion about what we've got coming up, sort of after the international break. I know there's I'm going to be talking about this a bit more next week, but let's just have a look at it right now, people, in terms of Chelsea fixtures and what kind of needs to change at this point in time, because coming up next, guys, let me just zoom in on this. This is our next chunk of fixtures before the international break in October. So yeah, guys, before the international break in October, these are our next fixtures that are coming up. So let's just have a look at that, because then afterwards, that's when it gets tricky. So these are the next ones coming up before the international break. Bournemouth away, Villa at home, Brighton at home in the Cup, then Fulham away, and then Burnley away. And then we go into the international break in October. Yes, what's happening? No, not much, bro. Just talking about injuries and then the Cucurella news that from basically coming out from the summer. So yeah, no, nothing too much, bro. Lavia injured. Yep, we've got more depression coming up. Angry rant man. I'll be honest, bro. I don't even know who that is. I'll have to have a look, see if we can make it happen. I make more injuries than points. Absolutely, more here we goes than wins. You know, yeah, it is what it is right now. You know, we're not things aren't going amazingly well for us if we're being if we're putting it nicely. I think that much is clear to say, guys. But yeah, all wins. I mean, look, if we look at this, Bournemouth away. Look, traditionally we've not done that well at Bournemouth away. We managed to win there last season with Lampard. I'm pretty sure I'm right in saying that Bournemouth haven't actually won a game this season. Have Bournemouth won a game this season? Someone in the chat have a look. And then we've got obviously the grudge match against the Seagulls in the Cup. It would be good if we could win that. I think we do need to win that. And we should be going strong in that as well, because that Fulham game is then obviously the Monday Night Football 8 o'clock kickoff. So, yeah. And then obviously we got Burnley away as well. So the two away games, to be honest, I know Villa are good, but the way they've started so far, you know, particularly away from home, they don't look particularly good. But then at home, we aren't particularly good either. So, yeah, that is it's a little bit of an issue if we're being perfectly honest. It's a slight problem. I don't really know what the answer is at this point in time. Honestly, if we don't beat Bournemouth, it's going to get nasty. Fans already booing at the bridge. Yeah, that's kind of mad. I mean, did I boo last season? I think a couple of times I might have done, but that was when it was getting really, really dire. I tend not to because it's not really me, but sometimes, you know, it's hard not to let the emotions get the better of you. Lavia got hurt in. No, he didn't get hurt. He's not with the Belgian national team. He's not with them. He's at Cobham. So he didn't get hurt in Belgian training. Bournemouth, 2 draws, 2 losses. Fair. Bring back Eva Canero. Yeah, well, I mean, maybe she's the one that's punishing us. Maybe it's her. Maybe it's the curse. Angry Ratman's a good Chelsea fan. I would personally love more collabs with the ones you are already smashing it with. Yeah. No, there's going to be more stuff coming for sure. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. Absolutely agree with that. Yeah, there's going to be loads of stuff, guys. Loads of stuff coming. We're going to obviously, yeah, there's going to be opposition previews for every club this season. They're going to make that happen. There's going to be collabs with regular Chelsea content creators. There's going to be collabs with other fans. So I'm going to try and do something on a regular basis with Arsenal, Spurs, Liverpool, Man United. You know, we're going to make all these things happen, people. Not known yet. Not known yet is the honest answer to that, because Chelsea are waiting the results of the scans. So yeah, we don't know at this point in time, but Chelsea are fearing it could be more towards the long term. But let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. But yeah, look, Bournemouth away. We need to be winning that one. Bournemouth yet to win this season. It's one of them games that you think has got Bournemouth 1-0 written all over it. But the fact we went there last season and we were able to win there, you know, that kind of obviously shows that, you know, in our lowest point, we were good enough to win there. Yes, Bournemouth have improved, but I think we've improved as well. So there should be no reason why we don't beat Bournemouth. Villa, as I said, at home, that's a tricky one. Villa are a decent outfit, but again, I know they've had tough away games at Newcastle and Liverpool, but they've not looked great on the road. But then again, we're poor at home. Brighton in the Cup, a real grudge match. We need to win now. We need to win that because Brighton have already mugged us off multiple times, and we do need to clip those Seagulls' wings and you know, put them back in their place. So hopefully we can do them over in the Cup. Fulham away, we lost there last season. Joao Felix debut, red card. I was there for that one. That was a tough one. Always disappointing when that happens, guys. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, it's yeah, not great is what I'm going to say. It's going to be these fixtures, like the first ones were meant to be winnable, and we picked up 1 win. for me right now, I'm not saying, because look, it's unreal. I don't want to say it's unrealistic to expect to win every game, but it's so hard to win sort of like every game in the Premier League, as it were. So look, these next four, this needs to be 3 minutes, not 3 minutes, sorry, 3 wins minimum. I think we're going to be looking at that. I think we're going to be looking at this, and that needs to be from these 4 Premier League games. That needs to be a minimum of 10 points. The fact that 3 of the next 4 in the league are away from home, I think that's going to help us. But it needs to be, yeah, it does. It needs to be a minimum of 10 points from those games. And for me, anything less than 10 points is poor, in my opinion, because you then look what's coming up after the international break in October, and it's tough. It's Arsenal and Brentford back-to-back home games. Then it's Spurs away, Man City at home, Newcastle away, Brighton at home, and you've got United and Everton away, and then Sheffield United home, Wolves away. So this sort of period, October, November, start of December, that's really tough. So that's why it's so important we get as many points on the board as we possibly can, because these fixtures coming up here, their peak, that's really difficult, guys. No two ways about it. That is mad tough, which is why we need minimum 10 points. Realistically, we need 4 wins from these next ones, because these are the winnable games at the moment. These are the winnable games. We're saying that about the ones we've just had, but yeah, these are the winnable games, people. So yeah, that's why it's so important we pick up as much as we can, because otherwise it's going to be a problem. Everton are woeful. They are shit, agreed, but it's still a tough place to go, Goodison Park. There's no point denying it. It is still a tough place to go to. That's the reality of the situation. It's still difficult. There's no easy games in the Premier League. You've got to play well to win games, and it's not something that we've done so far. But yeah, I can absolutely see this is a real tough run. Arsenal have beaten us at Stamford Bridge the last few times. Brentford beat us last season at the Bridge. Spurs away was humiliating last season. Man City is going to be tough. Newcastle away is going to be tough. I mean, there's some big games in there. I mean, yeah, there's some big ones. I mean, lots to look forward to as a fan. Some big trips. I mean, what? Bloody hell, Newcastle, Manchester, and Everton in the space of what? A couple of weeks. So yeah, look, absolutely. Every game is a winnable game for sure. Of course it is. You've got a chance of winning every game. It goes without saying. But yeah, there's no denying that. Yeah, these are going to be. It's going to be tough. It is going to be tough. I mean, last year, we didn't have a no December period for us last year because it was the World Cup and we still picked up an ACL injury to a player. So yeah, but yeah, this is the tough run. This is the tough run coming up. In just over in a space of 5 weeks, you've got Spurs, Newcastle, and Man United all away. That's a difficult one. And of course, fuck's sake, Man United away midweek as well. It's always a midweek. It is always a midweek. So annoying. What's the point of infinite athlete data if it's not helping us avoid injuries? I don't know what infinite athlete data we're using or aren't using, but yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, bro. It's a frustrating one for sure. No two ways about it. No two ways about it. Yeah, it's a tough list. It's a tough list of fixtures. Really is difficult. No, he shouldn't do. Absolutely shouldn't do, because otherwise we're never going to get out of this mess, and we're constantly going to go round and round and round in that dreadful cycle. And that's something we're trying to break. We don't want to be in that cycle anymore. We absolutely don't. I get that it's early days, but we need to show intent and desire to win, despite as loss is part and parcel of the game. Yeah, look, to be fair, I've actually not been that. I mean, obviously the 2 losses have not been great, but there's been positives in every game, bar the Forest game. And even then, we could have still, excuse me, we could have still won that. So we could have still got a point from that game if Jackson hadn't put one over the bar from literally almost on the goal line. Yeah, I mean, those times have gone, unfortunately. There's only one team that's capable of doing that now, and that's Manchester City. Simple as that. Man City are the only team that appear capable of stringing together that many wins on the bounce, people. That is the reality of the situation right now. I guess we could, yeah, exactly. It's worked out well that we've managed to keep Ugochukwu. Bro, we've been playing. We have actually been playing a back four the whole time. It's been Chilwell at left wing, and it's been Colwell at left back. West Ham would be different with a penalty. Yeah, exactly. With fine margins, but football is fine margins, and we've been on the wrong end of those fine margins. So ultimately, there's nothing we can do about it. But there have been positives in every game, bar the Forest game. United lost 2, Newcastle 3. Shit happens. Yeah, the Prem's so strong these days. So strong. When am I Poch out? Certainly not after 4 games. Certainly not. I want Chelsea to get revenge on Arsenal. Yeah. I don't like Arsenal either. We need to beat Arsenal. But these are a while away. But yeah, those October fixtures they're not looking too great for us. They're not looking too great for us, people. That is the... Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, no, I do agree on that one. I certainly agree on that one. Let's see if we've got any other news coming through. What else have we got going on here? No, there doesn't seem to be an awful lot more coming through at this point in time. No news on Chukwuemeka's thing yet either. So, yeah. And guys as well, how can we forget on this day, 1 year ago today, we announced Graham Potter as new manager. That was a year ago today. Can you believe it's been a year since we appointed Graham Potter? That's mad. I actually don't know. I don't think it is. As of this point in time, I don't think it's televised in the UK. It could well be televised elsewhere around the world, but I think right now, as it stands, it's not televised in the UK right now. But I'm sure someone's going to pick it up. It's a decent game. Cole in recent press conference, I grew up playing left back, then converted into centre back. It helps me a lot now of that experience. I mean, look, it is what it is. I don't like seeing him play left back. He's a centre back. He should be playing there. But yeah, if he's played there when he was growing up, then fair enough. I must admit, if we lose the Goons and Spuds, yeah, we don't want that. Yeah, Carney's out for another month still. That's the latest report today that he's going to be out for another month. It should be. That's life. The boys gave everything. Potter was bad appointment. Yeah, in reality, he was. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they moved this Tottenham game to a Sunday. They put it on. You know at Sky, like they love a little promo. They'll put it on Sun. They'll move it to Sunday, which is bonfire night, and they'll run some sort of fireworks promo for it as well. So I expect that Spurs game to change to a Sunday. Tuchel sacked Graham in last year. Yeah. Yeah, it's mad to think. So everything was going downhill before he got sacked as well. We were on a downward spiral. No 2 ways about it. We absolutely were. When Europe Cups are playing, we will start to catch up on teams. Let's just hope. Yeah, this is true. I think it'll be interesting to see what happens when the other teams start playing in Champions League football when we're just playing once a week. I think that could certainly make a difference for us and be in our favour. Tuchel's not coming back. When Chelsea played Arsenal, can you get Robbie on the channel? Mate, I can try and get Robbie on. I'll be able to get Lee Judges and a few of the AFTV people, but the big man himself, we'll see. Romeo Lavia stats, no games, 1 injury. Yeah. What kind of bad do? Yeah, it's not. I don't know what's going on. I think third round Carabao will definitely be on TV. More excited. Some of them will be. I just don't know what ones. No, not yet. He's getting close, but he's not fully ready yet. He's not fully ready yet. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. So yeah, we're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer for Broja. But I don't think we should be hanging our hopes on Broja that he's going to come back from this long-term ACL injury and then suddenly he's going to score loads of goals and be the answer to our issues. I don't think we should be hanging our hopes on Broja that he's going to come back from this long-term ACL injury and then suddenly he's going to score loads of goals and be the answer to our issues. I don't think we should be hanging our hat on him at all. We absolutely shouldn't be doing that. We shouldn't be doing that at all. So yeah. 75 season relegation game versus Spurs. Yeah, well, I can imagine. We'd be in a relegation. I mean, look, I don't know at this point in time. By the way, people, over 100 locked in the building now. Run the likes up, people. 77 likes. We can knock off the last 23 likes, I reckon. Let's get it done, guys. Let's get it done. Last 23 likes. Keep smashing the like button, guys. It's free. It takes seconds. Over 100 in the building now. Big up to everyone that's locked in. So, yeah, please smash that like button. And please, 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 if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. On the road to 7K. Bringing you that content in the international break. Even though there's not much going on, we still got to bring the content, people, you know. Give you guys something to enjoy. So, yeah, if you could please smash the like button and please hit the subscribe button as well. No excuses not to be hitting 100 likes, guys. 20 more likes to go. Let's get it done, people. What else we got popping off here? I have very little faith in this project, but we'll keep going. We should have signed Paulinia and Madison/Kudus. Okay. I love Havertz at Arsenal. They need to play him in goal, up front, everywhere. Brighton will want to knock us out of the league. Well, they absolutely will, yeah. When Chilwell comes back from his ACL injury, he struggles a bit. Yeah, no, he did. He did. No, Broyo's not going to be that good to begin with. Absolutely not. Only seen us relegated once and became straight back up with the best season in Championship ever. Fair. Yeah, that would have been long before my time, but yeah, kind of a mad one. That kind of a mad one. Can't lie. You know. Yeah, I mean, hopefully I'll never see Chelsea relegated in my lifetime, but you don't know what life's going to throw at you. This is the thing, people. It's hard to tell. You don't know what life is going to throw at you. You really don't. You really don't, guys. So yeah, I mean, let's hope not. I don't think so. Yeah, no, I have seen that. But yeah, guys, these are the fixtures, obviously, before the October international, after the October international break, which is why these ones coming up after this international break are so important. Really, really important games coming up. You know, we have to. Yeah, no, he absolutely did. I think he beat him like 4 or 5 times on the spin. He absolutely did have him in his pocket, but then unfortunately, yeah, things started to change. But he had him in the pocket in the most important game of them all in Porto. And, you know, the rest of them, you know, none of them matter other than that. So, yeah, you know, kind of mad. You know, it's also mad, right? Is that Lamine Yamal, the 16-year-old, has just scored for the Spanish senior team away in Georgia. 16. Mate, what was I, mate? 16. That's mad. Havertz was an agent at Chelsea too. Yeah. We have to beat Arsenal. Absolutely must be Arsenal this season. No denying that fact. We have to. They've been handing us too many L's recently. Too many L's for our liking. We 100% need to put that right. We have to put that right. But yeah, you know, let's see what happens. But yeah, that Lamine Yamal is mad. 16 years of age, and he scored his first goal for the Spanish senior side. That is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I can't really believe it. It's mad. Absolutely mad. Yeah. Strange one. A real strange one. So yeah. What else was look, it's very early now. Very early now. Morata's good. Morata's good for Spain. No, I'm not a huge cricket fan, to be honest. I do watch a little bit, but no, I'm not a massive cricket lover, to be perfectly honest. No, probably not. No, I wouldn't. He didn't leave in an unamicable way, you know. So yeah, I've got no issue with him coming back. Not a problem. But yeah, people have been going an hour and 10. Probably going to look to round this one out now. Just have one last look, see if there's anything come through on Romeo Lavia. I don't think there will be anything. Let's have a look. No, there's not. Guys, I'm going to round this one out now. Thanks to each and every single one of you that, yeah, I'm an F1 fan. Yeah, big F1 fan. Yeah. Thanks to every single one of you that's tuned in as always. On the way out, guys, please smash the like button. Really important we get to 100 likes. 18 to go. So on the way out, guys, we need 18 likes. So please smash that like button on the way out. Please hit the subscribe button on the way out as well. That would be really appreciated. So run the likes up, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for tuning in as always, guys. Greatly appreciated. Enjoy your Friday night. Have a good weekend, people. I'll be back maybe tomorrow, but definitely Sunday. So I'll definitely catch you guys over the weekend. But until then, guys, take care. Up the Chelsea and peace out, people.